back of this here book, partner. Howdy, partner. I was going to start that off with howdy, partner, but I blew it. The back of this book says, strap on your 6 guns and saddle up for a shootout against a horde of angry Sasquatch, zombies, dinosaurs, and more. Well, there isn't any more. That's it. It's just Sasquatch, zombies, and dinosaurs. But if that's not a fucking enough for you, then go fuck yourself. I'll see you on the other side.
Listen to them. Children of the night. What music they make.
Alive! It's alive! It's alive!
I got news for you, pal. You ain't leading but 2 things right now. Jack and shit. And Jack left town.
I say you'll flip you. Do what? Flip you. Flip you for real. Y'all think us folks from the country's real funny like, don't you? Jerry, I want from you, Ma. I'm Mr. Prince. I've got to give me some education, Jerry. You ass.
Ash. Death. A bitch. A stupid bitch.
What's up, y'all? This is Dynamo Mars. Brian Keene is kind of a divisive author in my friend group. People found his Deadite-like shenanigans. I know that that's ironic that people in this peer group wouldn't like any Deadite shenanigans, but it's true. The more outrageous Deadites-like shenanigans in his zombie series, The Rising. It started with The Rising, a little more outrageous, a little too outrageous for their horror tastes, at least in literary form. One of my favorite subgenres is Western horror and weird Western. So when I found a book that Mr. Keene, who I'm a big fan of, delved a little into that, I definitely checked it out. And An Occurrence at Crazy Bear Valley is what I picked up on Amazon that day. I used the Amazon link. I'd paid it forward to my good friends at Trick or Treat Radio. Which, as you've heard by now, I quit 3 days ago in a huff and slapped Monster Zero on the head with my ding dong. So, I've read a few of Keene's books. Castaways is a book I love very, very much. I've heard very good things about Urban Gothic, which I haven't read, but An Occurrence at Bear Valley, Crazy Bear Valley, occurred to me because, like I said, I'm a fan of Western horror. Now, this book's entire length, it basically collects 2 of Keene's short stories. 2 of his short stories. And it's less than 100 pages for 2 stories. You may not dig on the price tag. I think that this came in at about $9, but I don't know. These Deadite Press books are nice, and they're nice paperbacks, and they're putting out some digestible horror fiction. So I would definitely recommend giving it a look-see. This tells a story of an evil outlaw, a desperado. His name's Morgan, and he has a gang, and they're basically on the run. And they've moved into this. I feel like this. I can't recall if they say, but they seem to be moving towards the border of the country, and they're getting into more unknown territory to get away. And they take up in an abandoned cabin in the woods. And as horror fans will know, nothing bad ever happens when you just go to a cabin in the woods. It's safe. It's serene. It's beautiful. But it's not long. They end up meeting what appears to be the survivor of a prior attack of something. And the next thing you know, they smell a horrible sound, and then the next night, their horses are slaughtered. And when they come across their slaughtered horses, they think that maybe someone from the posse is ahead, or maybe a Native American or whatnot. So they kind of get there, circle the wagons, if you will, and get ready. Well, what's actually out there is some sort of a strange Sasquatch-like creature. Its description reminds me more of for fans of old AD&D 2nd edition monster manual. It reminds me of the bugbear. That's sort of what it sounds like in the description. This creature has a terrible stench to it, and but for all intents and purposes, it's a Sasquatch, Bigfoot, Abominable Snowman type proxy, and after a very brief, what would make an incredible siege film, Cowboys versus Crazy Bears, shit goes down. I love this story. It's a great length, a great short story novella length. It is really awesome. But what really makes me recommend this book is the secondary thing, the extra offering, which seemed to be just an aside to maybe pad out the running time. It's a story that is so ludicrous, and this is what I like about Keene. He just kind of swings for the fences with his elevator pitches. So absurd, but so simple. I can't believe that no one ever really tried to. No one ever combined some of these things before, I guess is what I'm looking for, right? And because I am a scatterbrain and I take terrible notes, The Lost Canyon of the Damned, it's called. Thank you. I had to actually go back and look it up because I couldn't even read my own typing. The Lost Canyon of the Damned tells the story of a wagon train, a small wagon train that is on the run from their hometown after some plague happened. You find out shortly that this plague actually is a zombie apocalypse of sorts. And they're going through a canyon, maybe, kind of cliche Western Colorado-like canyon. And, but this Oregon Trail, you get torn apart if you fall behind. Dysentery or starving is the least of your troubles. So, they're going from zombies, and then they realize that the birds have turned to fucking zombies. This very much probably happens in Brian Keene's other zombie universe, but it could happen in The Rising, but you don't see any of the zombies, speak or have any, demonic. The zombies in The Rising were more like the Deadites, or even, a little more like Return of the Living Dead. But these shamblers are following these people. They're just far enough behind that if they had somewhere to go, they would beat them. But the problem is they don't really have anywhere to go. The elements are starting to get to them, and obviously the zombies don't get tired. And the zombie birds don't get tired at all. But they come upon an oasis of sorts. A beautiful tropical area that it's just so beautiful, and they don't know where it is and how they ever knew of it, and their unindigenous plant life and things that no one's ever seen before. Well, it doesn't take long before somebody's snatched up by the head by a fucking dinosaur, and they somehow have ended up in a valley full of fucking dinosaurs in the middle of the West. But at the same time, there's water and there's food, and they have guns so they can protect themselves. And then they realize that some of the zombies have got in, but the zombies will probably easily get picked off by the dinosaurs. So as long as they take high ground and stay away from that pesky Tyrannosaurus Rex that almost gets them right away, they'll be okay. But the zombies do get eaten by the dinosaurs, and the dinosaurs do get bit by the zombies. And what happens? Well, we'll just leave that to the imagination. But the last few pages of this book, in my opinion, could have been stretched out to a whole novel easily. If you ever make that, Mr. Keene, sign me up. It's fucking brilliant. it's just so fun and it's so simple. Like I said, I'm sure somebody might have done it, but nobody ever did it this cool. And if you could combine zombies, cowboys, dinosaurs in one story, you have my highest recommendation, especially if you can do it with a great combination of a solid but very readable prose that Mr. Keene, in my opinion, is his biggest asset. So, An Occurrence at Crazy Bear Valley, I believe, is still available at both deaditepress.com. I think it is. Good name, by the way, for a publishing company. I wish I had thought of that. And it is also available for my good friends at Amazon. Go to trickortreatradio.com, find the Amazon link, click on it and do your shopping. It doesn't hurt you any, but it
actually it does. There's a knife that comes out of you on the fucking screen and stabs them.
Oh shit, Johnny, I've been lying to people all this time.
It doesn't hurt them.
I've been saying it doesn't hurt them at all.
It doesn't cost them any extra.
Bombaleo. Oh my God. Oh my George. It doesn't cost them anything. But Johnny Wolfenstein.
And it doesn't hurt them.
It doesn't hurt them one bit. No harm were made to these shoppers during the taping of this episode. So we're one day away from the best day of the year. And on that day, I'm hoping to have some friends swing by, but who fucking knows? Life happens. An Occurrence at Crazy Bear Valley is a treat, and just about everything by Mr. Keene is a treat. Last year, I had so much fun in the last episode. I didn't say how much I appreciate, or 2 years ago, I didn't say how much I appreciate you guys checking it out. So, yeah, dude, check it out. So, there you go. Peace in the Middle East. Peace in the Wild West. Peace in the Dinosaur Valley. I'll see you later. Happy Halloween.